Garbage collection returns to normal in Lexington thanks to some help from snowplow drivers.
Hey, nothing close to normal as far as the actual weather is concerned. It's another Arctic blast that I'm tracking just ahead.
He wasn't old enough to drive, but Kentucky State Police say this 13-year-old was behind the wheel of a car that crashed, killing him.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Jennifer Palumbo. After a brief break this weekend from the Arctic air, it's back in the bluegrass. Temperatures are in the teens in Lexington this afternoon. You're looking live at Triangle Park where it's 19 degrees right now. So could snow also be returning? WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has a first look at the forecast. Chris?
Yeah, a few more light snow chances on the way, Jennifer, over the next couple of days. If you're looking for a repeat performer from 1 week ago, that's probably not in the cards, at least in the short term, but it's all about the Arctic cold. And a week ago today, we had the big snowstorm, and guess what is still on the ground? Well, a lot of that snow from a week ago today. Right now in Lexington, clouds that are out there, those are ice crystal clouds, 19 degrees. Humidity's at 50%. Feels like it is down to 8, courtesy of a northeasterly wind that is at 9 miles per hour. Those wind chills at times this morning dropping below 0. Right now, single-digit wind chills showing up into parts of central Kentucky. Actual thermometers stuck into the mid to the high teens, 19. Very, very popular in the Lexington, Richmond, Danville, Mount Sterling, and the Moorhead area. Can we get to another record low temperature tonight? If the sky's clear, yes, we can, without question. Tomorrow morning's record low, by the way, is 1 below 0 from 1967. I've got 2 below. And some indications that if we get completely clear skies with that snowpack, we will go colder than that. Now, if we keep a little cloud cover, we'll likely come in on the plus side of 0. And I think southern Kentucky may have a little more in the single digits as opposed to the below 0 temperatures. Live first alert defender, nothing going on, though we're fighting some cloud cover that is out there into parts of southern Kentucky. Storm system that is likely riding to our south, at least this go around. But Jennifer, coming up in a little bit, we'll show you why a system that comes in behind that is showing a little northward trend as we go into later Wednesday and Thursday.
We'll see you in 15 minutes. And as Chris mentioned, it's been a week since that record-setting winter storm dumped about a foot of snow in Lexington. Fayette County schools were open today as road crews continue working on side streets. They're also helping waste management get caught up. WKYT's Victor Puente continues our First Alert weather team coverage. He has an update on their progress in our top story at 4.
Today was the first day back to a normal collection schedule for the Division of Waste Management. As they did their jobs, they got some help from people who've been working nonstop for the past week. The last week has been a very busy one for the men and women of Lexington's Streets and Roads Department. They spent today focusing on roads that haven't been plowed since last Monday's snow, but they're also lending their plows to the people responsible for picking up our garbage and recyclables. Today was the return of normal garbage pickup for some Lexington neighborhoods. Saturday was originally scheduled as a makeup day, but more snow canceled those plans. Road workers are working a day ahead of the waste collection schedule.
We started yesterday cleaning for Monday's collection areas. The men and women of our Division of Water Quality are working on Tuesday collection areas today.
Rob Allen told me once they have the roads completely clear for waste management and schools, they're going to turn their attention to any potholes that have shown up during this weather. In Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
After missing a week of school, the interim Fayette County superintendent has announced a plan to make up some of those snow days. The district will now have classes on March 20th and April 10th. They were originally scheduled as days off. Interim Superintendent Marlene Helms says other makeup plans will be announced later. A crash kills a 13-year-old boy who police say had taken his mother's car for a joyride. The victim has been identified as Jathan Patterson. State police say Patterson and a 14-year-old passenger were in a crash on Kentucky 3439 in Knox County around 2:30 this morning. The passenger was injured but is expected to be okay. Police say speed was a factor in the crash. We'll have new details in the investigation on WKYT News at 5. Our reporters are working on a number of other stories for WKYT starting at 4:30. Amber Philpott is in the newsroom with a look at some of the news in progress. Good afternoon, Amber.
Good afternoon to you, Jennifer. There is a chance of more snow this week, and that is bad news for folks in Anderson County. The city of Lawrenceburg lost its snow removal equipment in a fire early yesterday morning. The mayor says he is checking with other cities to see if they have any extra equipment. In addition to losing their snow plows, a backhoe and a few trucks were also destroyed in that fire. The mayor will update us on the situation there coming up on WKYT News at 4:30. Crews in Jackson County are cleaning up the courthouse after snow caused some serious damage. Judge Executive Shane Gabbard says over the weekend someone noticed water leaking from the ceiling. Gabbard thinks heavy snow on the roof caused it to crack, damaging the walls in the old courtroom and then leading to all of the carpet being damaged. More on how long the cleanup will take coming up on WKYT News at 4:30. And there was no school today in Lincoln County because some school buildings have been damaged from the winter storm. The Lincoln County superintendent says a water pipe broke at Lincoln County Middle School and the parking lot there is a mess, and an awning at Waynesburg Elementary School collapsed under the weight of that heavy snow and ice. We'll take you there and show you more of the damage on WKYT News at 5. That is a look at just some of the news in progress. Jennifer, back to you.
Thank you, Amber. Now to a story making headlines across the nation at 4. The nation's chief of Homeland Security is asking Americans to be on alert, particularly if they're shopping at one of the country's largest malls. Federal authorities say a Somali terrorist group names the Mall of America on a list of possible targets for attack. Polo Sandoval has the latest from Washington.
DHS Secretary Jay Johnson urging vigilance from shoppers at Minnesota's Mall of America. The latest propaganda video from terrorist group Al-Shabaab calls for attacks at shopping centers in the UK, Canada, and the iconic Minnesota Mega Mall. It's the same Somali group that claimed responsibility for the 2013 mall massacre in Kenya.
It is a concern. Anytime an al-Qaeda affiliate like Al-Shabaab pronounces to attack the West and specific shopping malls, I think that certainly should get our attention.
The FBI cautions there is no ongoing credible threat of an attack at any mall in the U.S. Fearing this threat could inspire others, a joint intelligence bulletin warns law enforcement officials to be on the lookout for lone wolf-style attacks. Officials at the Mall of America confirm security has been stepped up as a precaution.
It's not going to change the way I do things or anything.
The threat of an attack comes as the U.S. agency in charge of mitigating threats is due to run out of money by the end of the work week. The Republican-led Congress is holding up federal funding for DHS, trying to force the repeal of the president's immigration reform.
1 week from now, more than 100,000 DHS employees, Border Patrol, port inspectors, TSA agents will show up to work without getting paid.
Republicans argue most DHS operations are considered essential and would still continue despite a funding lapse. Reporting in Washington, I'm Polo Sandoval.
In a speech this afternoon, Secretary Johnson urged Congress to pass legislation to fund his department, saying this battle is not in the public's best interest and is, in his words, not good for the homeland security of this nation.
Follow WKYT online at WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
A mixed start to the week on Wall Street. The Dow dropped 24 points to close at 18,117. The Nasdaq added 5 and the S&P was down a fraction. Upgrades required by the federal government could lead to a big jump in sewer rates in Lexington. The Herald Leader reports the Urban County Council is considering a 12% increase this year and another 12% increase next year. The hike would help pay for nearly $600 million in stormwater and sewer improvements. A new survey finds many Americans are not saving enough money for emergencies. Bankrate.com found 3 of every 8 Americans are teetering on the edge of financial disaster. That's because 37% have more credit card debt than emergency savings. 30 to 49-year-olds are doing the worst job of saving. You'll have to pay more to visit Mickey Mouse and his friends. Disney has raised ticket prices at its theme parks. A one-day ticket for Disneyland jumped $3 to $99. Prices are up $6 at Disney World in Orlando to $105. This is the first time Disney tickets have ever cost more than $100. Hackers have broken into some of America's largest corporations, but now businesses are starting to use the criminals to their advantage. Lauren Lister reports on how companies are hiring hackers to test their systems for security flaws.
So when I press create site, I can see here everything the browser's doing.
27-year-old Mike Santillana is showing us how he would try to hack Google. He's not doing anything illegal. In fact, Google is one of a number of firms that asks hackers like Mike to try to find security flaws. They're often referred to as ethical or white hat hackers.
We're curious. You know, we want to test our skills. We want to test limits. We want to help these companies.
He works for a firm called BugCrowd that connects companies, including Pinterest and Western Union, with hackers like himself.
I suppose it's kind of half-half in terms of fun, in terms of like the puzzle, and I suppose the other half would be monetary, of course.
That's because the businesses pay cash rewards called bug bounties. They range from hundreds to thousands of dollars and go to the first person to find a particular bug. Mobile payments company Square has a bug bounty program.
Why does Square engage the hacker community to help with cybersecurity?
So we do everything we can internally to secure our products and services, but occasionally things fall through the cracks.
Dino Daizovi says Square would rather have good hackers help find these problems before malicious attackers do.
So we're not just focusing all of our efforts on, locking the front door when there's a wide open window that we're not thinking about.
Daizovi acknowledges it's a bit scary to invite strangers to hack you. He says it has helped, and so far, they haven't been burned. Lauren Lister, CBS News, New York.
It is the Super Bowl of clogging, and one Central Kentucky dance team can now call itself the Clogging Champions of America.
And Deanne Stevens out and about in Winchester today, and joining us from Studio One School of Dance now with a little more. Good afternoon, Deanne.
Hey, good afternoon, guys, from Studio One here in Winchester. We are amongst some really cool company. National champion Cloggers with us. Kelly Fithen is owner and instructor here at Studio One. How cool is it to have national champion Cloggers?
This is awesome. This is just an amazing accomplishment that we have all came to, and it is just wonderful. So proud of all these dancers.
They are so incredibly talented. Talk about winning and coming home with that national championship title.
We were so pumped. Leading up to this moment, we have been practicing over and over and over, and we were just so excited. Couldn't wait to get on stage and compete against dancers from all over the United States. And I just couldn't be prouder of all these dancers.
As you should be. Keegan Hatton has been clogging for like 17 years now. Keegan finally came away with that national championship.
Yes,
Pretty
ma'am.
cool. Takes a lot of work to be a national champion.
Yes, ma'am, it sure does. And I think what sets us apart from everybody else is the fact that we built this bond, and we don't just dance together, but we hang out together, and it's a sisterhood and a brotherhood that we've just kind of built together.
You guys have so much fun together. We're going to let Stoll Power take it away. National Championship Cloggers. Okay, they make me want to dance. Congratulations to Stoll Power out of Winchester, coming up at 4:50. More from the national champion Cloggers. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about. Back to you guys.
Now it's time for Better Living, health, education, and consumer news that impacts your life. Breastfeeding may reduce arsenic exposure in babies. Researchers at Dartmouth College looked at 72 babies and found formula-fed infants had more arsenic in their urine than breastfed babies. Scientists say families with private wells should have their tap water tested for arsenic, but doctors note that levels overall were very low, regardless of how the babies were fed. A new patch may help people with serious peanut allergies. It's placed on the skin and releases small doses of peanut proteins. The new study from Mount Sinai in New York shows patients treated with the highest dose patch tolerated at least 1 gram of protein, or about 4 peanuts, after 1 year. A new study in the journal Pediatrics finds a link between allergies and children who eat off dishes cleaned in a dishwasher. It found children whose families washed dishes by hand were less likely to develop allergies than those whose parents used the dishwasher. Target is planning to double its offering of organic and sustainable products this year, from more than 100 to more than 200. The retailer debuted 16 brands last year, offering things such as bleach-free diapers and non-aerosol air fresheners. The new products will include natural children's soaps and veggie pouches with a full serving of spinach. Little Caesars is rolling out a new pizza. The crust is wrapped in about 3.5 feet of bacon. It's a new twist on the company's deep dish pizza. At $12, the pizza with the bacon-wrapped crust will be one of the most expensive things on the Little Caesars menu. The company plans to offer it through April.